All right, guys, welcome back. I'm Courtney.
I'm Nate.
So this is going to be the last episode in our van build series. We are almost done. We're in the home stretch right now. So we do countertops. We'll show you how we made the doors, the drawer fronts on the bottom. We're going to do some tile and a whole bunch of stuff. We're also going to show you how we trimmed out all these little beams and stuff, which is always kind of interesting. So
thanks, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Okay, we're gonna cut our countertops now. We got butcher block countertop going in. It's about 1.5 inches thick. So this one I'm cutting first. Basically, I'm using a nice circular saw with a nice cross-cutting blade on there. It's 40 teeth for fine finish blade. Cutting the sink cutout for this, we have these lines coming here. Basically gonna land 1/2 inch on the lip, outside lip of the sink. So I'm using a hole saw for the corner radius right here. And then probably gonna use a circular saw for the straight lines, and then a jigsaw to finish it up. And then we'll put the sink hole, or the faucet hole. So we got countertop in. Screwed it from the bottom, countersunk some holes for just some wood screws in there, held it in place, and then used some silicone around the sink. That just lays over it just by 1/4 inch or so. So we're making some edge glue panels for the doors. This is actually the last one, but show you how we do it. Got these bark or pipe clamps here, kind of holding it parallel and flat, and we're gonna add some bar clamps and some cawls in the ends too. Just getting a healthy amount of glue covering the whole edge on every side, both sides, so it kind of seeps in there good into the grain. But yeah, just made a little bit longer than the door itself needs to be, so we can kind of make sure all the ends are flush. We'll chop those after it's dried, and I've been letting these sit for about 24 hours before I unclamp them, because it's kind of a stress joint right there.
we got all the doors up. They turned out pretty nice. We use these little push to close latches. They're from Southco. You just pop it out and then pops up and it has the latch attached, so it's pretty convenient. And then we use the gas arms to keep them open.
So this is one of the more difficult and tedious parts of the build, which it's a kind of a love-hate for me, but basically we want to cover all this exposed framing around the walls and everything here and around this door. So what I did with this, we like to make little pillars so we can have outlets there and stuff, and it just kind of adds a little dimension, makes it look nice. So what I had to do was, I used 3/4 inch plywood here. Could use hardwood if you want. We actually use hardwood on the other side, but this was just easier because I had to do this about 500 times to make this right. But I used this, which I use around the van for a lot of things. It's just like a compass, scribing compass tool, but you're basically running the contour of the wall right next to it and basically transferring that contour to the plywood. But I had to get, this area here. There's a little bit of measurements, fine tuning. Like I said, I did a few of these and kind of transferred them to each piece as I went along and kind of fixed little parts here and there until I got it just right. And this was just flat at the beginning, but once we had this contour just right, we added this notch for a little depth and to match the top part here. But basically I have both of these spots, or both of the sides of this pillar, matching the contour. Once we got it where we wanted it, I actually used hardwood to connect them. You can use plywood there too, I guess, but just a little more sturdy that way. But yeah, we set it right in the perfect spot. I attached them with pocket screws in the back there and glue. And then use cross nuts like everywhere else in the van. And got 1/4-20 machine screws, which are flathead. And we put thin plywood here to cover. We're just gonna nail it. We'll have switch here, thermostats, and same thing up here. Actually this is a little different up here, but we have kind of an angle on this frame in the ProMaster. So I cut the back of that with my table saw just at the right angle. I used a digital angle finder, which is pretty awesome. I use this for a lot of things in the van, but gives you a readout of wherever it's set. So I got the right angle on that and ran it on the back, and then I just attached it with self-tapping screws, and then we put another piece over the top of that. It's also a little bit tedious, but it's basically 2 pieces of 1/4 inch hardwood. This is poplar. And
what's the inside look like there?
So these are just kind of little nuggets that I added.
Nuggets.
To tie up the ends a little bit better, because I can't nail it to anything there. So I put that here, put this on this edge, so it's just a little more sturdy on the edges. And then once we put it on, just gonna nail it to that furring strip that's right there. Just wiring up the lights for this side here. Fed it through. And we're gonna stick that on later, but we have to paint the shelf. So once this guy's on, we're gonna put a little trim around here.
All right, about to put this little shelf up. So got a piece here, and we got the shelf, and we're just gonna stick it up there. Hopefully it looks good. You never know with these things, so go check it out. Alright, so we got the shelf in and the wall behind it. This was a pretty tight fit, but we got it in. It's going to be like a little charging station. So we did some outlets, and then the battery monitor is here as well. And then we finished up the pillars, which has the, this is all the controls for the heating system. And then we just used some trim around this, and then use painter's caulk just to kind of like bring it together and make it look like one nice piece. And then we nailed the fronts with the finishing nails, and then just did another coat of paint over it. And then so you can see this kind of looks, you know, just like one little nice piece now.
LEDs, we use those in our van, and they're super cool. They're called hit lights. You get them on Amazon. But there's also these really cool sliders. We've been using these on all of our builds from superbrightleds.com. 12-volt dimmer switch. This one's a dual zone. Yeah, it's basically a peel and stick. So we cleaned the surface, wired it coming out of here, just a little notch. And basically we wanted to cover this part of it, so we got this trim, and we're using just a finish nailer to stick it up, and that's just kind of covering it up there. So we are making some drawer faces for all the drawers we got in there, and a door or two as well. But we use poplar here, and we just got some 1x6 material, and then we use the table saw to rip them down to 2 inches wide. Did that first, the length of it, and then I used a miter saw to chop them for the lengths that we needed to build them. And I'm going to run it on the router just like we did the last van, using shaker bits. Okay, we're doing the rail portion first. So we have this looking bit right there. Comes in a set of 2 matched pair. So one of them cuts the rails, which puts a little slot in the ends, which will fit in the stiles, which are the ones that go up and down.
What's this one called?
This is the rail cutter.
Okay.
Okay. So I have all of my rails and stiles all separated and numbered, so I know what I'm doing. And we're going to run all the rails through first, all of them. This is the cut we just made. This is our test piece. We can move on to the rest, but I just wanted to show you. This is going to be our other cut for the stiles that are on the side. So it just slides in right there, and that's going to be one corner of the drawer. I just finished all of these. Now we're going to move on to the stiles. So back your fence off and change this bit out. I also have to fix the fence, which I just forgot. So same thing, you use a straight edge, and then you're just going to go on this bearing right here. Okay, so next you're gonna want to take your pieces here and basically make sure that there's no major rough spots or chunks missing. Everything looks pretty good, so I'm gonna round the edges of it before I assemble it. Makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna run it through here. We have a 1/8 inch round over bit that we're using. So we are going to assemble this with glue. Got the sides here. Here's the rails. What we're gonna do is glue up these joints here, And when we slide it in, we're gonna wiggle it around a little bit, slide it just so it gets an even spread. It's kind of tough because it's a tight joint, but as long as you put a good amount of glue right here, it should be fine. All right, now we got our glue applied. Make sure you got the right face here, and just slide it into this joint. Start a little low and then squeeze it up. If you want to line that up, we'll make sure it's all lined up when we put it all together. These guys on here, wipe that off. All right, and then we could slide the panel in. And then we're gonna glue up top rail, same way. All right, and we're just gonna slide that sucker right on there. Wipe off your excess there. Everything looks good there. So we're gonna keep it like that. Probably wanna wait about half hour at least for this to set. And before you put any stress on it, probably wanna wait 24 hours, but we'll do that and then we'll paint it and then we'll attach them to the drawers. I'm gonna show you the gray water system we have here. Pretty happy with it. Basically, it's diverting outside or to this tank right here. This is a freshwater tank, so the ports are a little bit small, but it's pretty small anyway, so it shouldn't take too long to dump. The flow's pretty good though. And what we did, this is a bathroom sink, so it's a 1 1/4 drain. So we got the HEPVO, however you say it, waterless trap valve, and so that keeps any odors coming into the van out of the gray water tank. And it also helps the tank breathe a bit. So basically we have this set up. This all comes with the HEPVO trap system, and from there we went to, I cut the tailpiece of the sink a little bit short so we could save some space there. So we went from the 1 1/4 inch HEPVO trap down to PVC, used some adapters there, and then into a garden hose Y valve, and that allows you to divert it either outside or here into the tank. So going from this tank, it's going to transition to PEX tubing, so I can make it easily removable, so that has a nice fitting there where you can take it on and off. You can take the whole tank out if you need. And then from the tank here, it's going to go through this valve. This is just a dump valve, so once you open it up, that'll dump the gray water tank directly through the floor and out the side. And for venting, we use a PEX transition here as well to make it easily removable, and it's a 3/8 inner diameter tube, and that's just going to allow the tank to breathe. So right here we have the dump valve. There's a valve inside, and we also have a valve right here, so you can connect a garden hose to divert it wherever you want. If you're at a dump station, you can put it down the sewer, or if you're camped somewhere, you could divert it away from your van. And then this is straight out of the sink, and you could do the same there as well. If you want to put a garden hose, you could divert that, and that's basically using a PEX tube coming out of there, straight out of the tank. And then we also used this final tube for the vent.
We're about to do this darn tile. But basically we got some white subway tile, and that's what we're doing. We've never done this before.
Miniature too.
Yeah, it's small, should look pretty nice right here, but our tile was kind of easier because it was all one square, and I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna try to line it up nice, and
We got it.
yeah, I think we got it.
We're using Loctite Power Grab all-purpose adhesive to attach the tiles to the backer board, and we're using Wonder Board. It's a little bit lighter, and it's only 1/4 inch. We got some decent amount of furring strips behind there, so woo! It's working out.
All right, we made it through. Last little guy going up. Beep beep. All right, so that's where we're gonna leave it off, but we're gonna give you guys the grand tour in our next video, which will be coming in a couple days, so stay tuned for that.